2, 1. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Good to see you
Good
today.
to see you too, Chris.
I've missed
It's been
you.
a little bit.
Like a month, I
Yeah, it's been a month.
Well, welcome to our latest Maine Cancer Crusaders Chicks.
Yes.
We've kind of changed it up a little bit, so I'm always not having to turn.
Right.
Which is nice. So, welcome. Happy Monday.
Yes.
Is this Monday?
I'm trying to share this here.
Yeah. So Crystal's working on sharing things today, and I hope today finds everybody well.
Yes.
And spring is in the air. And we'd like to take a moment, as you can see, for Crystal and Roxanne for allowing us to be in their space, Generations Boutique and Art Studio. So make sure if you're in the Bangor, Brewer, or Maine, make sure to stop by. They have some great stuff.
Thanks.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Chris, for the plug.
Oh yeah. No. So I love the stuff. I love that you have new and gently worn stuff as well.
Absolutely,
So there's something for everybody
And
here.
we're celebrating 14 years this week.
Yeah. So this weekend you have a celebration coming up
this
here.
Saturday.
What a great time for people to stop by.
I know.
Make sure to stop by this weekend and help them celebrate. They have some great candies as well and sweet treats and Rice Krispie treats that are that Anthony thinks are candles.
Yes.
So they could pass as candles, but they look delightful. So yeah, make sure to join them this weekend on Saturday the 14th. April 14th?
16th.
16th. Sorry, it's Saturday.
10 to 3. Yes.
10 to 3. So come into Generations and check them out.
Yeah. So Chris and I kind of just thought today we would talk about what do you guys want to know? We would love to start having some guest speakers.
Yes, we had our first one, Debbie Violet. She actually is supposed to confirm with me soon, but she's also battling. She runs a nonprofit herself. So between things that she has going on, I think it's extremely busy. But we had our first guests reach out to us. So that's exciting.
Yes.
So if you'd like to come on and just chat with us, you could come in live, or we can do it via internet. That's the beauty of the internet. We can do it from wherever you are. I mean, yeah, even if you're across the pond in a different country, there's always a way to get your voice heard, any topic you wanted to take on. I guess for me, I've seen a lot lately of the rise in cancer diagnoses and since COVID, everything was put off. I mean, people put off their wellness, and you're seeing a rise in people being diagnosed, and that's disturbing to me. That one thing like this somebody's well-being could depend on the year. Like some people can't wait a year to get their cancer taken care of. So that's a topic that I've been reading about lately. And, I have a lot of questions that how we can misstep like that with people's well-being, just because, yes, we have a pandemic, but cancer's an epidemic. So yeah, that's something in my own head that's been floating around. So,
it's been kind of sad, really. I've been hearing about a lot of people and so it makes it really hard. Let's see. This is okay. No.
Oh, I thought
somebody was asking a question.
So yeah, I think the lack of getting diagnosed, the lack of being able to access their chemotherapies, that's a big thing that hasn't been talked about. I had a couple friends that had to skip a treatment because their chemotherapy wasn't available.
Wow.
There was a shortage of some chemotherapies during COVID.
No kidding. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's so many disparities that COVID has caused in people's lives all over the world. I know all in our country because that's where it's happened. That was on the West Coast that two of them happened. And one gal was visiting her daughter, and she had to go back home from Arizona to Seattle so she could get her chemo, because they could get it up there, but they couldn't get it in Arizona. Wow. So, there's a lot of weird things that COVID has affected that nobody's really talking about. And so if that's a topic you guys want to hear more about, chime in. Were you impacted by COVID and your cancer treatment? I know for me that I traveled to Chicago, and I kept putting it off to the last minute, because of COVID and not wanting to travel. I ended up driving last year with my mom. And so COVID changed that, traveling to your appointments. And I know a lot of people that didn't, and their care was much different if they stayed at home versus them going to their the normal place where they're for healing. So yeah, that's a big thing. That's one of the frequently asked questions, like in my mind, is how COVID's affected stuff.
Right. Yeah. So if you guys have any questions, we would love for you to share our video for one, because that really helps us for sure. To get people, to new people. We want more people. We want to be able to be supportive and helpful, and ask us questions, because if we don't have the answer, we can find it.
Oh my goodness, there's so many resources out there that I know I have and you have, between doctors, nurses, people that are battling. I mean, there's always some of your best resources are actually people battling cancer, because if you're having to find your own way through it, you're dabbling in all kinds of things, whether it's finding the best doctor or the best protocol, like for supplements or things to take. I mean, there's so many cool things that people have knowledge on. So yeah, most definitely. I think we can find the answers on those. And
now a question just came up, but now I can't see it, Nat.
What was the question again? It was something about side effects, Nat. And a big thank you to Nat.
How can you work with side effects of chemo?
Oh, that's a really good question. That's a very good question. How did you work with side effects?
Oh, well, I just kind of listened to I drank lots of water. I know that.
Hydration.
That was like my biggest thing.
Hydration. Yep. That's a big one.
Coconut water was my favorite. It was my go-to. I don't know why, and I still to this day do it, but I really kind of feel like that helped me a lot.
That has great electrolytes in it naturally, better than Gatorade.
Yeah, because I was sick of drinking water all the time, and I couldn't have lemon because of the sores. They didn't want me to get sores in my mouth.
Yep.
So I couldn't do lemon, and I love water with lemon. So I did the coconut water just to kind of offset it, and that really helped me a lot. And then I took really good vitamins too. The person that diagnosed me, Amanda Brooks, is the one that diagnosed me. She actually told me about these vitamins, Life Advantage, and I still to this day take them. They're amazing.
And I just started them.
You
so I ordered mine
They're awesome.
last night, because I was tired of feeling frumpy, and it's time for me to get back to where I need to be. And
matter of fact, I have them in my bag here right now.
Well, she's a physician's assistant. She is a knowledgeable gal, and I love her way of trying to help people stay healthy. And I'm a big fan. I love her beingness. I think she's a great gal, and I'm glad that she's been able to help you.
Yeah, and she still does to this day. So I always reach out to her.
Isn't it funny now that we're both I saw a video that she posted about activation versus supplementation. And so the supplement, the things that I'm taking through Life Advantage are level. So that in itself is going to help your body regenerate. So a lot of doctors might not agree with supplements. I just wanted to put that out there. But you're your own person. And I know that it's helped me getting through cancer and still being where I am today, making sure that I take supplements, fish oil, turmeric, multivitamin. It helps me stay at a decent level, and it helps your heart. It's anti-cancer, and but these new ones are more activating my cells, and I'm so excited to start them. And I'd love to get Amanda on here someday.
We will. We'll talk to her
to chat, just an open discussion. And I think she's so knowledgeable, and I just wish she'd open her own practice.
Yeah. It's too busy. It's too hard.
It is,
but I agree.
So she's just kind of somebody that
she's a light.
Yes, she's very bright light in the world. Well, she lets it shine. And so part of us doing this is letting our light shine, because us surviving cancer that really we weren't supposed to, but we're here. We have to let our light shine too and kind of speak our truth. So I think it's therapeutic for people to talk about their journeys
Absolutely.
and what's worked. And you know, I mean, was there anything? What did you do for your nausea? Did you have nausea at all?
I did, and they wanted to give me medicine for that, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to struggle through it.
And you got through it all right. Did you use like any like natural like doTERRA oils? Did you use
I actually did a lot of doTERRA oils as well. Actually, Amanda and I had met, and she did this thing on me on what my body needed for oils. She has a special thing. So I went to her office and at the time that she had, and I did that and told me what oils my body needed during that time. So I was on all these natural supplements, all doTERRA. We actually sold doTERRA here at the shop, so that was kind of nice as well, because I have an account through them already. And so I was taking all natural. The only medicine that I actually muscle testing, it might have been Nat. I'm not sure.
Neat, Nat.
It was pretty cool what she had done, but all the oils seemed to help, and of course the Life Advantage medicine. And
I'm excited to start taking it. Like I was like, you can either pay now or pay later. So I got the trifecta of stuff. So I can't wait to start seeing the difference.
Yeah, they're wonderful. So, but yeah, so nausea, I just didn't want to get put on more pills,
Yeah.
Because
I understand.
They said the nausea might have a side effect with this. And then I'm like, well, I don't want to go on that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna, I still to this day struggle with nausea.
Oh, me
at
too.
times.
Me too.
And you know what works actually very well is peppermint oil.
Yes, peppermint. I suck on Altoids all day.
If you take peppermint oil from doTERRA and you rub it on your stomach, it gets rid of it immediately.
Oh,
I actually have it in my purse.
I might have to get some of that.
No, it's amazing. So peppermint oil, I would rub a little bit on my stomach. Also, if you want to breathe it,
I was going to say I had peppermint inhalers that helped me with my nausea.
Also in tea, you can do it with tea because you can drink the peppermint oil. Yep. But I liked just to rub it on my stomach because it kind of went immediately.
Oh, I really like that idea. That's a great idea. Little tidbit. So
peppermint oil really helped me a lot.
Yep.
And I still to this day use it. I actually just had to get another bottle because I had given it to my sister at one point, and I'm like, "Do you have that oil?"
I don't think you ever get those things back.
Yeah,
they
no,
get
I
used.
actually did.
You did?
No,
nice,
I did.
Nice.
Yeah. She's like, "Yes, I do." But so peppermint oil helped with my nausea. I kind of felt natural was the way to go, other than the chemotherapy, of course. And the only reason why I really did that route was because I had stage 4 and it had already metastasized. And I have a little boy who's 5, and I wanted to be here for him. So I'm like, let's do this. And actually my 3-year surgical anniversary date is coming up in just a few days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're so brave. You're so brave.
So it's kind of unreal, really. 3 years.
Well, we'll have to celebrate.
I'm leaving for California the next day.
Oh,
so
well, okay. Well, you got your celebration in hand. We'll celebrate when you come back then.
So we're going to see my husband's family. Nice. We haven't seen him since Anthony was 2.5 because of COVID.
Yep.
So they're going to see a big change. Grandpa's 85.
Oh my goodness.
He's a lot busier than he was the last time.
Yeah.
So it's going to be awesome. So we're very excited to go.
That's a great way to celebrate.
Yeah.
That's a great way to celebrate.
So yeah. But yeah, doTERRA is really awesome. I love their oils. I actually take their On Guard almost every single day.
Yeah, On Guard. That's
I actually gave my husband some today. Kind of had the sniffles. We've got allergy season going on big time right now. And I'm like, I am not canceling this trip. Like, no, I am so not canceling this trip. So because of that, I was like, honey, here's the oil. I need you to take 2 drops every couple of hours.
Yep. Perfect.
And I've got the beadlets. I like the beadlets because I don't know. It's pretty strong.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
But if you ever have any questions, you guys, about doTERRA oils, I actually have the books here that are amazing.
Great.
I'll talk to you after.
Yeah.
Remind me.
Okay.
But I have the books, and if you guys ever have any questions about certain oils or anything like that, please send me a private message. I'm the doTERRA lady here at the shop, so I answer all questions and I do all the ordering for doTERRA. So please let me know. Okay.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
you're a great resource. I just wanted to say hi to Jake Labby. I saw him with the hearts, sending you love right back, Jake. Thanks for joining in. Make sure to share, guys. We're on YouTube. So as the last time I checked, we had 10 subscribers. So I'd like to see us get to 100, because then that opens us up to, when we share our YouTube channel, it actually says Maine Cancer Crusader Chicks. So
okay.
That's why we're hitting that goal of 100. And maybe we'll do something special for once we hit that 100 subscribers. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know, I like giving things away. So let's maybe that's a little contest that, you know, the first person that puts us to 100, then
There we go.
give something away. So
So share our video for
please
sure.
Please
and
do.
like us on YouTube.
Yeah.
And all the information is, you can click on the bottom, I believe, probably if you're watching the video.
Yes. And everything is Facebook Live. It'll be saved on Facebook, but YouTube is where we kind of store everything and is our kind of grand central station for everything. So,
what are you doing today, Chris?
oh, well, interesting question. So besides a podcast, I am doing my first speaking engagement since slipping on the ice and hitting my head. And so I am doing a Tuesday forum presentation with the gals there. They asked me to do that. So I'm just telling a little bit about my journey, but also talking about mindset, and the mindset that you put into something is what you get out, and how that impacted my journey through cancer. And some tidbits on when you get diagnosed, like, you know, what some 5 things that you really should take into account. And I've got them on my phone somewhere, but I don't have them. And then just talking about the Purple Iris Foundation.
Nice.
And yes, it's taken.
We've been members of that group for a long time. We haven't because of COVID, because it's been hard, but they just started doing.
Yes, I was a member of it and then got away because things with the foundation just got busy. But I really like what they offer for women.
Absolutely.
And you know, I think women together are stronger.
I agree.
I have to say that besides Charles at the Sea Dog, our whole planning committee for Pound the Pavement is all women. So that speaks volumes. So yeah, I'm proud to speak there, and probably will become a member. So yeah, it's just nice to be out and do
It's a
stuff.
great group. We've enjoyed it.
Yeah, speaking is a challenge for me when it comes to remembering. So I've had to like prepare for it for like 2 weeks to get everything, and I feel like I'm in school again, because I'm literally having to outline and do stuff. So I'm just fortunate to have good people in my life that help me do that. So
nice.
Yep.
Well,
so
that's good.
Thanks, Nat. I forgot. That was the big thing. Like today was a really busy day. So this is it's fun to get out and see you and
just to be back doing this, because it's been a while. We're only doing like once a month right now, but obviously if you guys want more, we can. But we're always here if you guys have questions as well. So
absolutely.
During the holidays, we went every single week.
We did. I think support is important, especially during the holidays. But you know, COVID has brought a strange thing upon us, and I think, you know, we've all been sequestered, and now like, what do we do now? Like, what you mean, go out and do people again? So I think there's some anxiety with getting back out there, especially if you have a compromised immune system or are struggling, or, you know, just struggling after surgery. We have a friend that just got out of surgery a couple weeks ago in Boston, and, you know, just you can't just go out and be that normal person because you've got stuff going on. So
it's a lot.
And it's hard to watch people be normal while you're sitting in not doing anything. Right. So I'm hoping this reaches people that hear our message and know that you're loved, and that we'd love to hear from you. So again, please share.
Yes.
We'd love to hear questions, even if you send us in questions. That would be great insight for us, because there might be things that we haven't faced or thought about. We're both pretty good people that people reach out to, so
Correct.
we're always doing things on the backside of things. And
I get several messages a week.
Yep.
From friends just asking for support or questions about financial stuff, or
that's a question in itself.
Second opinions. I mean, I just get them all. Is there a network for those dealing with cancer locally? The Lafayette Center does offer groups. I do know that.
So as a support network, is that meaning like a local, where local people get together? Is that what you mean? Or are you looking for like support groups? Because the Lafayette Center does do those. I don't know if they're in person.
I'm not sure. It's been a long time.
I think I've been working on, for pancreatic cancer, just trying to get people on a Zoom call, and I'm finally seeing the want and desire for that. But I know the Dempsey Center started live stuff, but they also do.
Is that the one Jessica does?
Yeah, so
Okay.
They also do virtual.
Yep.
So a lot of people are offering both right now. But there's no place to go, not a group, but not a group, but overall access. Actually, for all cancers, I don't think there is. I mean, the only place that I think you can access that would be, I know that we have resources. The Purple Iris Foundation has resources listed on our website, but the patient advocates at the Lafayette Center, or whatever facility you go to,
there's a patient advocate.
There's always a list of resources. It might not be a patient advocate. It might be called something different, but it could be a social worker. So I think there's different terms and
used, yeah.
But there's not one place. Like if you went into the Dempsey Center, I'm thinking when you walk in and take a left as you get in there, they have a whole wall of resources, but they also have individuals, kind of like the patient advocates at the Lafayette Center. So I think it's just about asking questions, asking for resources when you first meet with your team, oncologist, however that works, and ask for a list of resources. Because if you don't ask, a lot of people won't tell you.
Yeah. You have to advocate for yourself for that too.
Absolutely. I don't know how many people I talked to for assistance, and I said, the patient advocate can help you fill it out. And they're like, what's that? So most people aren't even understanding that there are a resource, or they just don't hear, because you know what? Once you hear cancer and you're talking about chemo, you kind of don't hear anything else.
It's true.
And you're overwhelmed. And, I wish there was like what do you call it? Like a virtual assistant that would talk you through things, and you could put it in there, not Google, but just a list of resources that this little guy or cool dude talks to you about, the resources that are available for your type of cancer. I mean,
one of the things that really helped me was two things I did is I always made a list when I went to my doctor. And I always recorded my conversations with my doctor.
Oh, they let you do that?
Mine did.
Wow. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Because what would happen is he would say one thing to me. Like my sister went with me one time, I'll never forget. And he said something, and I can't remember exactly what it was right now, but that was the only thing I could think of.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, that's all I could think of. So when I left there, I was like, wow. Could happen. She's like, that's not what he said. I said, yes, it is. She's like, I took notes. So she took notes and showed me. But then we had recorded the session, and I read it. I listened to it over, and I'm like, oh, he didn't say that. So it was nice to hear that, because you get fixated. Like if they say you have stage 4 cancer,
that's all you hear.
That's all you're hearing.
And then you see your life flash before your eyes.
So it's like you're not listening to all the other things. So I did a lot of recording, and my girlfriend Holly, who lost her husband to leukemia, she actually brought me to my first appointment in Boston, and she said, let's record it.
Holly's a great gal.
Yes. So that's what we did. And so that's kind of what I did. I'm hoping, I mean, this is something my doctor allowed me to do it. And he could care less. But others may not. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's a great thing to do, because you only
especially
hear
with COVID
things.
because nobody could go in with me. So it was just me.
Yep.
You know, going into all my appointments. I was really lucky. My treatments continued. Well, I didn't have treatments during COVID, but I had appointments during COVID. And none of my appointments got canceled. Knock on wood. I was very blessed. But I still to this day don't have anybody going to my appointments with me, because when we go to Boston, my husband and my son now go. And Anthony, I don't want to bring Anthony into those appointments. So now I'm so used to going alone at this point that I'm just like, whatever, I'll just go. You know, it's not a big deal. But so that's kind of what I did.
Yep.
And I was kind of forced to do the recording because there was no way I was going to remember everything that they said.
I think that's a great way, because the doctor's notes don't reflect the whole conversation.
Or the questions that I may have asked and how it was answered. Or it's so big. It's such a big deal. So that's kind of what I did. And he was okay with it. So hopefully if that's a resource that you can use, then hopefully it will work.
I think that's a great idea for people going.
And you got it right on your phone.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's right on your phone. I don't bring in a tape recorder. There's a video chat thing on my phone to record it, and that's what I do.
So what have you guys actually done if you have to go to appointments alone? Like is there do you record it? Do you have somebody come with you if you're allowed? I mean, how do you do it? How do you navigate that? We'd love to hear from you guys on that one. That's in this day and age, you know, you never know if somebody can come in with you. It's a catch 22.
Yeah. I don't even ask anymore, just because I'm so used to, you know, them saying no. My husband went down with me one time, and it was a pretty big appointment. So he's like, I'd really like to go in with my wife. And they said, well, you can sit in the auditorium. So he was in this auditorium with all these other people. Wasn't any help to me, of course, but at least he was still in the hospital part. Yeah. But he couldn't go into the appointment. So I just kind of said, okay, from now on, we'll just not.
I think you make it a family time. I think
that's what we do now. We make it a little mini family vacation. That's what we do. We just started taking Anthony. I think it was January of last year, maybe. And it was just easier because now we go down there and stay for 2 days instead of the one, because we used to have people watch him, and it was so hard because I have appointments all day, and then we drove home, and we didn't get home until like 11 o'clock at night.
That's a lot. It's a lot out.
It was a lot of work, and I have to be up so early in the morning for appointments. So now I do a 2-day.
I think that's
so much easier. It's too much work. I mean, at first I was going down and back in the same day, and I'm like, what am I doing? You know, going through chemo and all that stuff. I was exhausted. So I'm like, okay.
But you do what you have to do at the time.
Yeah. And so now we do the 2-day, and it's very nice. So, yep. So I think, I'm not sure where we're at for time, but it's probably getting close to.
It is getting close to time to close up shop for another episode.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're excited for Pound the Pavement. We have Pound the Pavement is, well, we haven't really announced it, but it's October 9th. And
is it usually in October?
It is. Okay. We were going to do it in May, but then I slipped and fell. And so this mind is not able to do that. So that's why a big committee has been formed, and we're all meeting April 21st. But Pound the Pavement is October 9th.
Nice.
And we're looking forward. This is our 10th annual. And when it started, I never anticipated. I did, but so we're looking to like pack it this year. We'd like to get 1,000 people signed up for it this year, but excited for it as well. Nat That's behind awesome. The scenes here does a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
She's amazing. She reminds me of Roxanne.
Yeah. Very similar.
I'm the talker and all that. Roxanne's the digital.
So thank you, Nat, for all you do. And Nat, I appreciate you.
We appreciate you very much, Nat, for everything that you do for us, for sure.
And for Generations Boutique and Art Studio. I appreciate you guys too. This has been a fun little adventure. So looking for, again, remember, we're looking for people to come in and just talk. I mean, if you just want to have coffee and talk with us, that's cool. If you want to tell your story, great. If there's a topic you guys want to discuss, we can bring you on live, or we can do it from the comfort of your own home. So that's the beauty of doing things virtually or in studio. So just we'd love to hear stories. We'd love to hear from you. And please share, share. And you never know who you can impact and who just needs to know that both of us being stage 4, you're how many years post-diagnosis?
3.
3 years. And in June, I'll be 14 years from stage 4 pancreatic cancer and stage 4 colon. Think this can be done. And, we're here to do what we can while we're here and to support you. And we just love to hear from you all.
Yeah. So have a wonderful Tuesday, you guys. Thank you so much.
Nice to be back.
Yay. And we'll see you guys in probably about a month.
Yes, about a month. Yep. We'll see you guys later. Make it a great day and enjoy the warmer weather.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.